Hi everyone, my name is Z, and in today's video I'm going to be taking you through a very quick setup demo for a project that I built called Career Campaign. Career Campaign is an AI-assisted workflow that helps you plan how you want to do your job search. If you are thinking of maybe switching a career, or if you're in between roles and looking for your next job. I've got a Medium article that you can read if you want a deeper dive, and also a 2-minute YouTube short that kind of gives you an overview, so I won't rehash that. It's essentially a file-based system that is lightweight that you can run in claudecode, or as we're going to be doing today, I'm going to be testing it out with OpenAI's codex, but you can also use it with OpenClaw or whatever coding assistant or agentic harness that you prefer. But the trick lies not so much in the programming or the automation side, but the behavior that it helps you kind of build. Because what it does is it helps you through an interview process of understanding what your goals are, what you're trying to target, and it builds a robust understanding of your background, your experiences, and if you let it, it will also connect to your LinkedIn and give you advice on how you can network. And obviously, it will also draft applications, help you tidy up resumes, and all the usual steps that are required before you finally land a job. But for now, we're going to dive straight into it. So what I have is I built this on Claude, but we're going to try using this on OpenAI's codex. This is going to be a new thing for me. This assumes that you already have codex set up on your machine, and I'm going to ask it to pull the files from GitHub, and then we're going to start feeding it some information. Next is I'm going to initialize this repository. We read contents of this repo and let me know how we can start. So you can see Codex has read it, and it's looking through how to set it up. So you don't really have to think too hard about this, but it's saying that there's a whole bunch of documents that are missing. Basically, it's asked me to fill my identity and target search parameters, and then create and fill some documents. So I don't really want to do that, so maybe I will say, can we just start with me sharing my resume, and then can interview me. It's asked me, so it's asked me to put in a resume, and like a good TV chef, I have a sample resume. So this is not my own, and I'm not sharing it obviously because it's quite private, but this is an example of a made-up persona that we're going to use for this particular video. So this is Natalie. Natalie is in insurance sales, and she has a resume that's ready. It's only one page, and it's purposely got some gaps there. And yes, I did create this through AI. Now the nice thing about using the desktop app is I think I can just drop the file into the window, and you can see it's speaking. So surprisingly, it seems to know that it is a sample resume, but that's fine. And it says, is this meant to represent your actual profile, or is it only a sample resume? Let's see. Let's treat it as a So we're back. So you can see what it's done is it's taken the resume that we put in, and it's tried to start to populate some of these documents. These documents kind of become like the anchor that it references when it tries to help you with the job hunt. and it's doing a few other things to get it set up. And then I ask it, so what kind of questions do you need me to answer in the meantime? And it's given me a long laundry list of things that I need to address. I suggest that if you're doing this for real, that you don't skip it, because this is where it really adds value, but you don't have to answer it all at the same time. So what we could do is, and you just try all the cards, critical questions now. And I've tried my best to respond, and but just for demonstration, you'd be in a conversation with it as well. And because this is using whatever coding agent that you want, you can even click dictate. You can talk to it naturally if you prefer. So I'm going to hit enter and then let it think. You can see it is taking the things that I told it in terms of this persona that I'm pretending to be, this lady, Nathalie. You know, what it is that I want, some examples of the kind of experiences that I've had, and it is going back to the documents that we had earlier and filling it up in the correct space. So, you know, is this something about the user? Is this something about how the user wants to position themselves? Is it a bank of experiences? And it will start to kind of form a picture in terms of who is Nathalie and what is it that she wants, and how best can this AI assistant support her. Okay, so you can see that it's done a bit of thinking, and it's asking more questions. And you know, it's going to be a little bit like this because it needs to front load its understanding of who you are as a user to help you out. But you know, you can always steer it towards what it is that you want. So given what I shared, what oops, this as so you notice I've kind of ignored the questions that is asked, and I just said this instead. So you can see it says career goals not fully clear. So one thing that's good with having kind of a system like this, and to be fair, a human coach will do this as well, is it catches you when you are inconsistent, when you have contradictions in what it is that you say versus what you've written. You can see it's given some suggestions on how to improve the resume. You can even just say yes, make those adjustments. That I've told it to assume that Nathalie wants to look at financial services, sales operations, and since this is a demo, just to accept all the improvement suggestions that is made, and actually to write the resume fresh. And you can see it's done that, and it looks a little bit like this, where it's done some tidy up work, where you can see this is a little bit of an improvement over the earlier version, which, if you remember, looks a bit more like this. We can see now it's got some improved wording in the summary, and it's got selected impact at the top, rather than before where it's got like key skills. And you know, not to belabor the point, but the idea is it will continue to talk to you, and as it learns more about you, it will improve how it gives you advice. And what we've just done is we've just gotten the initial setup done in terms of helping it understand who you are. And you can see, you know, it's really done something in terms of semi-automating the resume writing. The idea is once you get this into a slightly more mature state, it would have something like a goals and a profile about who you are. So user profile. So I've got a redacted version of what I use for myself, where it talks about who you are, what you're targeting, why it matters, constraints, and it uses that as a point of reference. I think that's the whole idea when it's looking for things. It's not just randomly doing it and forgetting each time. It references certain documents because the instructions are set up in that particular way. And similarly, it would take these snippets of stories I tell about myself and help me structure it. So STAR is a framework that stands for situation, task, action, result, reflection, and it really helps if you frame the stories that you want to share in this way, because it makes it a lot easier during interviews, but also beyond the interviews. It uses this as contextual information if it's doing something like helping you write a cover letter or coaching you on how you can prepare for a networking conversation with somebody. So as an example, when you get it into kind of a steady state, again, this is a redacted version of something that I've used, but it will show you metrics in terms of how many applications you've made per month, how many submitted, how many converted into replies, interviews, and potential job offers. And it creates a log. So the more you work through it, it also tells you if there are certain activities that are overdue or due soon. And in a way, it's a thinking partner that walks alongside you as you try to look for your next role. Its Career Campaign isn't about automating away all the tasks. As you can see, it does expect a bit from you in terms of sharing honestly what it is that you are looking for and what you have as experiences. But the idea is not to blindly auto-complete a whole bunch of application forms, but to keep you honest and focused as you progress in your job hunt. So what we covered in this video was quite short because all we did was kind of the initial stage of resume cleanup, but ultimately it's also about getting out there and making the human connections, leveraging your networks and talking to people. So if you're looking for a role, I hope this is a resource that helps you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing some feedback. Feel free to fork it, run it with other coding agents or your own agentic harness if you want to. And if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to hit like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.